Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.
And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Weazel News Live. We are your hosts, Guy Davis and Dick Dastardly, and welcome to our Independence Day edition. How are you this evening, Dick?
I am doing well, Sky. I hope you had a good 4th of July celebration today and over the weekend. How are you doing?
I am doing well, absolutely doing well. Had a bit of a rough go in there last week with some situations, so I am still recovering, but we'll talk about that a little bit later in the broadcast. How are you?
I'm doing good. I believe touching your situation, I believe I can admit I had a situation my own self in the Weazel News copter. It's just been apparently one of those weeks. It wasn't meant for us to be airborne, obviously.
Clearly, we may or may not need to hire some other pilots to
Maybe we need
get
to
us around.
hire Ricky and send him to pilot school. Maybe he can start flying us around.
That would be a very good idea, because I clearly don't, have much capabilities anymore. But indeed, and hopefully our viewers had a lovely weekend as well, and day out here. Would you like to get us started with some of our weekly reports there?
Sure thing. I'll touch on some stuff from Tuesday. Tuesday we had good old bait car coverage going on up in the city in the actually more along the dock area and airport area. They had a bait car going on. They had a major bus straight out. I believe they caught 4 or 5 subjects total on the very first bait car
Wow.
deployment. And the crazy thing was, the first 4 subjects didn't go after the bait car. They went for cars around the bait car. And then I think while the officers were
My goodness.
going after the subjects that stole the non-bait car, the bait car was stolen and taken.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes. It was pure chaos. And I believe they was trying to link all the suspects together, but only 4 of them said they knew each other. And the 5th one that actually took the bait car had no affiliation with
Wow.
any of the suspects.
Wow.
Yes, I just couldn't believe how crazy it was down there in that area.
That is
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
it was, and I think they had another bait car up in near Eclipse Boulevard in that area, and I believe there was an older woman or an older gentleman ran into the back of the car on
Wow.
incident, and then she had some sort of medical emergency while she was on scene with law enforcement.
My goodness.
Yeah, so our law enforcement and our fire was running all over the city that night.
Wow. Yeah, there was a lot going on that evening. Definitely, especially having bait car. These law enforcement officers, they expect to get into situations, so they know what's coming. But having that amount of people, like you said, 4 to 5 people, is definitely not something within the normal.
I don't believe they were actually prepared for that many people to take vehicles in the area that
Exactly.
quickly. They could just threw them completely askew. That's gonna be my new word for the week: askew.
Askew. Good,
Askew.
good job, Dick. You've been reading the dictionary. I
I
like it.
have been reading dictionary and the thesaurus. They got some great words in there. But yeah,
Me
I believe it,
too.
it threw them askew, and it really messed up their plans. So they had to quickly regroup and figure out how to do what they needed to do to keep our city safe.
Wow. Wow. Definitely a lot to handle there. Absolutely.
And I
Um,
believe, was it Saturday? He was down near the docks with the, is it was DOT, Highway Patrol, Sheriff's
yes.
Office, and all such down there.
Yes, with support of the Sheriff's Department, the San Andreas Highway Patrol was out at the docks doing some DOT work, checking to make sure that trucks and commercial vehicles had their their CDLs, their license, and everything updated. To my knowledge, they did not have any major busts or anything like that, which is a great thing for the city. Having people on the lookout for dangerous activity like that is quite normal in Los Santos, but it's nice when we can't find a problem. Even though we want to report news. Sometimes reporting no news on that is good news to help our law enforcement out.
Especially when it comes to those commercial vehicles. That's 80,000 plus pounds traveling down the highway, and you want to make sure everything's working. So that's a good sign that they keeping up their equipment, hopefully like it
Yes.
should be kept up.
Yes, and speaking of new equipment, we do now have a trucker way station out in the Spooch area past Chumash that truckers can take advantage of and workers can work at to involve that kind of RP, which is awesome for the city and server. So that's awesome. Another
That
great
would be fun right there. Yeah.
Another great job done by Rocket City Gamers there. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of the DOT night, we did have a car, from my knowledge, what I heard from Captain Rico is that we did have a car turn around and make an illegal U-turn at that light and then drive off at 101 with the Los Santos Police Department was unable to keep visual on that suspect. So if anybody sees a red in color Volkswagen Beetle making some un unroadworthy actions in the roadway, definitely report that to your nearest law enforcement, as there is a loose bolo out for that
Mm-mm.
style of vehicle.
I won't think I'll put any kind of cash money out for that.
Mhm.
Sometimes they put cash money out to turn in those reckless drivers like that.
They do. They do. They definitely do. Yep. Gotta keep the roadways safe. One way or another.
That's it.
Absolutely. And I know earlier, within the week, I believe on Wednesday or Thursday, excuse me, we had the chief and a few others out in the Mirror Park district, looking for some action down there, doing a little bit of a foot patrol in the park and keeping the area safe around there. There was a male found at a automotive place who was trying to tamper with some things in their office. He was believed to be a little bit of a mental patient. I know they may have had somebody come out and look at him. Um, from what I've heard from the chief, but he did get arrested and charged with attempted breaking and entering, which is, having a spot in the city like that with so many residents and such a residential area, it can definitely be very, very dangerous.
Most definitely, yes. But hopefully he gets the help he needs from the
Hmm.
mental health authorities because June was Mental Health Awareness Month, I
It
believe.
was. It was. And on that evening, I know we had a 1080 with a motorcycle, and those also can be very, very dangerous, because, for pits and maneuvers that law enforcement, know and use, and on a motorcycle, and it's, very dangerous, and, law enforcement has to be a little bit more careful, so great job to, the LEO on that evening for making that pursuit end within no casualties and harms to the community.
That's awesome. That's good. I'm glad there was no casualties and no harm to any of the innocent bystanders in the area.
Indeed. And another on that evening, we had a another mental health check-in, a uh, pineapple man in the Mirror Park area, and he was riding a bicycle, scaring people. He hasn't been known to be a harm to anybody, but if you do see him and he's causing a disturbance, let your local law enforcement know because they know him well.
Oh boy, that sounds like it's going to be one of those days right there for local law enforcement.
Right, right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. Um,
I do remember hearing over radio something about a shots fired call at one time. Did you follow up any information on that?
We there was a shots fired call out on the Route 15 area, postal 402 at a gas station.
Oh yes.
Luckily there were no shots fired that law enforcement could find, but there was a male arrested for obtaining a knife and wailing it at a worker at the gas station. Luckily that worker was okay and that person got taken into custody before anything bad could happen.
I'm pretty sure that worker was we'll say upset. We won't say the anything else, but we're pretty sure that worker was fairly upset with the way that
Oh, I would be.
person was at him. Yes,
I would be. I mean, it's dangerous, dangerous, especially having weapons that are, illegal, and of that nature. Um, yes, and there was another shots fired in that area. Now that you remind me, the Mirror Park area, right down the scene from another scene that law enforcement was working at, and gonna go to this stick. So
uh,
somebody was trying to hurt rats in their house with a pistol.
no, you got to be kidding.
Yes, they were trying to, take down the rats in their home with a 9mm pistol.
No, come on, this guy's got to have better sense than that, doesn't he?
You you'd think you'd think that they would, but and I believe that a few other community members were in the area when that all went down, and they were able to help law enforcement hear the shots fired and get a take of what actually happened. But then this gentleman did come out of his home and admit to firing off a weapon inside his home at rats.
Well, at least it was his own home, not someone else's home. We'll say that, and there
That
sounds like there was no one injured.
there was no one injured.
Okay.
No one was arrested on that scene. But it is advised, ladies and gentlemen, that if there is any infestation of your home, please do not use firearms, illegal weapons, or anything of that nature. Call out your local exterminator or someone who can take care of it in a proper manner. That way, you do not injure yourself or others.
Well, there's a plus side. At least he didn't use fire to try to kill the rats. I've heard of
That
folks trying to burn houses down because of the rats. So
You know what? That is very true. But what I worry about is like a stray bullet. If he shot it and went out a window, he could have hurt a neighbor. Or something of that nature.
that or hit
So
a gas line, it could have caused the whole
right,
block to go up in flames.
yes, yes. So it's a very dangerous game there.
That's a good thing. No one got injured in that. We'll
Apps.
say incidental because it was an accidental. We'll say an incidental
It was.
discharge
It
of
was.
firearms.
Yes. Um. And speaking of accidentals, I had we kind of spoke about our chopper issues earlier in the cast, but I actually was involved in a little bit of an incident on on a Tuesday night where I was flying and we had some thunderstorms really come out of nowhere. They, started very abruptly. The lightning started very abruptly.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually was, my chopper, thank God, I'm very happy and blessed to be alive. But one of our Weazel choppers was struck by lightning in midair. Um, and I was aboard, but was able to bail out uh, safely before the chopper hit the ground. The chopper is being worked on and having some mechanical issues taken care of. But the electric did short out. But I was okay. A few bumps, bruises, scrapes, a little bit of burns, and I was treated by our wonderful fire department. And then I was taken to our new Ocean City Hospital, which is a beautiful campus over there. Great doctors, great customer service, hospitality, really great job and work being done by the hospital over there. They have private rooms, they have connecting rooms, they have a really nice cafe area. So definitely, of course you don't want to go in the hospital, but if you are, looking for somewhere cool to explore, or I believe that they are doing tours of the local ground at the hospital where civilians can go and see the public areas, because it is quite easy to get lost in there if you're not a doc who's been on there for a little while on their staff.
Yes, you. I viewed it. I toured it about 2 weeks ago, and I literally got lost in there. I wound up managing to find a pool table upstairs in the hospital. Believe it or not.
Oh my goodness.
So they got pool tables up there. I wound up walking back into radiology on accident, and I had a radiologist look at me like, you're not supposed to be here. Who are you?"
Oh
So luckily,
no.
I got a friendly escort out of there. It could have been
That's
worse, but I
good.
got a friendly escort out. But
Yes, yes indeed.
you know,
Um, and their cafe.
touching. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I said that cafe is beautiful. It almost kind of looks like a little bit of like a wedding reception area. It's
Almost.
got gorgeous structure. That has a lot of glass structure. Glass staircases that wrap around the outside of the hospital, which is quite smart. They actually have ramps, a glass ramp that goes to each floor of the hospital. That way, if an ambulance needs to hightail it to a certain department, they have an easy access route, which is quite incredible if you ask me.
Yes, they also have two landing zones for helicopters on the eighth floor, I believe, where I saw it at.
Mm-hmm.
The pharmacy has a built-in pharmacy in the hospital now, so you no longer
Wow.
have to go down to your local street pharmacist to pick up prescription medication.
Indeed, indeed. And they also have a veterinarian clinic,
I
which
saw
is
that.
quite amazing, with an interesting giant blow up dog in the middle of one of the rooms, which is quite a sight to see if you're out there.
Not you walk around the corner and all of a sudden you see, whoa! It just kind of
Yep,
catches you off guard for a moment there.
absolutely.
And touching on your helicopter incident, I will admit I had a helicopter incident on Saturday night, but I didn't get taken to the Oceanside Hospital. I wound up going to Pillbox.
Mm-hmm.
Pillbox is still a top-notch hospital, but touching on my helicopter incident, we had a equipment malfunction that I could
Wow.
not control, and it wound up taking me southwards into the ocean. We had an overspin on the rotors, and then we lost
Wow.
all flight control, so I couldn't do a altitude adjustment or latitude adjustment. I just had to go to airflow, and finally we had an engine failure.
Wow.
So I was lucky the Coast Guard was able to ping my GPS and locate in on me that was coming to me as quick as they could. And as always, since my last incident in the
Mm-hmm.
helicopter, I wear my parachute now. I was at about 8,000, 10,000 feet and managed to parachute out of the helicopter.
Wow.
And I was able to parachute to the coast of Los Santos with the parachutes we have on board nowadays.
That is crazy.
Definitely, most absolutely, definitely crazy. But it was an experience. I'll just say this: I'm not ever doing the whole skydiving ever again.
Yes, we hope that's not a goal for the immediate future.
No, not definitely not for my immediate future. I think I'll just keep my 2 feet planted on the ground for a time being.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to hear that. Yes, indeed. Have you been listening to any good music lately, Dick?
Let's see, good music. I would say it's good music, but I've been listening to some music lately.
Mhm.
'Cause some of the music these days ain't the best in the world, but there's some decent music out there.
Mhm.
I've been listening to some new alternate rock on Mirror Park Radio out there. They've had a good mix lately. I
Mhm.
didn't catch some of the artist names, but Mirror Park Radio actually has some real good music. I live out in that area. It's a pretty decent neighborhood, so they got some good music to keep you going during your Fourth of July parties today.
Yeah, quite a lot of good music out there uh to listen to and to party to. That is for sure, especially these with summertime.
Oh yes, most definitely. So, anything in particular you've been listening to, or you just kind of doing what I've been doing and just flipping through the channels while you're driving in the city?
I honestly, I do flip through the channels a lot. I know Miss Booty Rocks just put out a uh, a new tune. Christmas Christmas in July is a big thing. And Booty Rocks did a summer version of Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh no, don't tell me
Um,
that. No, come
but
on.
she, right, but instead of my grandma, it's my pussy got ran over by a reindeer.
Oh no.
Yeah, so what she means pussycat. She means pussycat, not the other, thing. But you know, good old Booty Rocks.
Mm-mm, girl, she's always controversial in her music and her videos.
Indeed. At least she isn't gonna get kicked out of Unicorn's parking lot again, though, because that
That's
was
a plus side.
yeah. I know last time she came to town, there was a little bit of a standoff in the parking lot, but everything looks to be well and dandy. I believe in this music video, she said she's gonna try to go to the North Pole, or she's got some kind of plan. Um, so we'll have to see what she's up to. Good old crazy Miss Bunny Rocks.
She might want to get in touch with a bowling alley down there. I heard they got great balls and all
Bob's
that.
Balls.
Bob's balls, yeah, I heard they got great balls down there for any needs you may have.
Indeed. And speaking of businesses, I know auto auto parts.
That's a
Um,
mouthful. That's a tongue
yes,
twister.
Auto Parts, has been hiring some new workers lately, and the bad guy, 34, was just hired as a worker there. So congratulations to him. And that is a new script that we have within the server where businesses can hire actual players and actual community members to work for them under contract, which is definitely an awesome thing to get the community more involved and to have some fun.
That's a great thing for add-ons. And
Mhm.
the helicopter failure scripts and aircraft
Mhm.
failure scripts is something new too. So
Yes.
whenever we're up in the choppers or aircraft, you never know what's going to happen. You may have a
Yeah.
successful flight, or you may have a very taxing, stressful flight these days.
Exactly. And I did hear that the levels were going to be turned down a bit, not to make way to make it a little bit more fair, um, within the community, because there were quite a bit of issues. But looks like they have been evened out now, which is awesome, and we're very thankful about that.
Absolutely, because I believe Officer Rico had a similar
Mhm.
issue Saturday night during the high-speed chase through the
Mhm.
dockyards.
Mhm. Yes. Indeed.
So
Indeed. Indeed. The weather this week, we've gotten quite a nice weekend out here in San Andreas. Looks like it may rain a little bit later in the week, but tomorrow it will be Uh, it will be a nice sunny day tomorrow, guaranteed. Um, and speaking of tomorrow, we'll have our first approved streamer community night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time over on Ember Rose's channel, the channel that you're on currently, over here to enjoy a community night. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen because I hear talks that there will be a early morning patrol where it will be morning the entire stream, and we'll see what we get into the morning after 4th of July. Are we gonna run
Oh,
into some drunks? Are we gonna run into a parties gone wrong? We'll have to see what we're gonna get into.
maybe some late fireworks being shot off a little later past
Mhm.
curfew. They should be,
Mhm.
you know.
Indeed.
Mm.
Indeed.
It's
So
going to be interesting from what I hear.
it it will be interesting. Hopefully, should have a good crowd. Hopefully, all goes well. But I know Amber is very excited about that. So we'll definitely have a good evening coming up. Going into sports coming up, we've got a aqua event coming up later this month. That is to be announced tomorrow. More information on that uh, to s- to learn more about that. I know the Reapers and the Lost are both planning some things out in the future, and we look forward to hearing about that. The next community quiz night will be either on the 24th or 25th of July with over on Rocky City Gamers. He is currently hiring some contestants and some camera workers. So if you are a community member, definitely go check out the announcements to hear about that and get in on the awesome content and games that you could win, or excuse me, prizes that you could win from those games. Absolutely, absolutely.
And I believe we have court this week too, don't we,
Mhm.
within the city? So that's going to be
Yeah, on
interesting to see how
Friday.
that pans out. Yes.
Friday at 8 p.m. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Should be fun.
I'm doing my best to try to be on scene to take notes because I believe there's a kidnapping case taking place during that court session.
Wow. Yeah, I know that that'll be that they're gonna get a start on that kidnapping case and then it will lead into maybe another case down the road. So it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out.
Most definitely. We'll be there on scene to take notes and fill everybody in on Sunday how the
Yes.
case goes if you don't get to tune in to the live broadcast.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And uh yes, absolutely. Definitely a lot of cases will happen that evening and you don't want to miss it. Speaking of awesome news, well, on in other awesome news, not that a kidnapping case is awesome, it's not, but in
It's awesome they
in
caught the person allegedly who done the
yes,
kidnapping.
yes indeed. But in awesome and better news, go if you all want to go to merch.kuffsgaming.com/. You will see a bunch of sales that are coming up here soon. Currently, everything on the Kuffs merch website is 22% off for today only. So you got about 4 or 5 more hours to get some good goodies picked up for yourself and for others.
Some good
I know
swag.
absolutely some cuff swag. I know a few other times within the month and in August, it'll dip down in between 15 and 20% off. And speaking of, on July 21st, free shipping will be available. So definitely go and check that out if you want to order something but can't afford shipping, or if you want to order something and you want that 22% off. Definitely go check that out there. Cuffsgaming.com/merch.
Most definitely go check out.
Absolutely. Do we have anything else we'd like to add this evening, Mr. Dick?
I believe that is pretty much a full wrap up of the
We have.
week's events.
Mm-hmm. we've had a lot to talk about, and I'm glad we were able to fill it in this evening for everyone.
Yeah, I just like to say, Sky, I love your outfit. It is very patriotic for this
Thank
newscast.
Thank you, Mr. Dick Dastardly. I like your top hat. It really goes well with the shirt. Love it. I thought that the sunglasses might have been a little bit too much, but go big or go home.
Well,
And we are definitely not going home.
let me show you something. I even got the pants to match on mine. Let's see
Oh
here.
my goodness. Look
Look
at
here.
you.
Look at those pants. I'm fully decked out. How about that?
I like it. I like it, Mr. Dastardly. I like it.
We got to show our patriotism for the city.
Indeed, indeed. But thank you everyone for joining us on this special 4th of July broadcast here at Weazel News Channel 13. Definitely look out for the upcoming events tomorrow evening on Ember Rose's channel. Definitely come and check out right here on this channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the first approved streamer Kuffs Community Night, and then later in the week we'll have Friday, which will be court night, and then we'll have the schedule go on Thursday. We have a new evening with a Kuffs community stream that'll be on Rocket City Gamers channel. So a lot going on this week. Lots of streams are gonna start popping up 3 a week, starting with Ember on Tuesday, Rocket City Gamers on Thursday, Rocket City Gamers on Friday with some court, and then we will have if I say this correctly, I believe we'll have Buddha Rocks. Hopefully I did that right. Hopefully I did
I
that
think
math
so.
right. Buddha Rocks on the 9th
On
on
Saturday.
Saturday. Yes. Indeed. And that all can be found at kuffsgaming.com/stream rotation. I meant to put it in this description. Unsure if it fully got there, but I will get it pinned in there for you guys, so you guys have that information, so you can see what is coming up within the server for community streams, at least for the next 2 months. So definitely go check it out so you don't miss anything, don't miss a beat, cause you wanna see you all in here in the chats having a good time with us, and we want you to be here so you can get in on all the RP fun. But for myself and Dick Dastardly, we appreciate you all coming. Have a wonderful, fun, safe 4th of July. If you are gonna set off some fireworks, or if you already have, please don't blow your hand off. We don't want you to get sent to the Ocean City Medical Center, even though it is a very nice building there.
We want you to visit it, but we want you to visit it walking in and in good health.
Absolutely, absolutely, indeed. But we do appreciate you being here. Happy 4th of July. Happy Monday if you're anywhere else in the world. And we appreciate you being here. Check out all the upcoming streams, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night. Be safe.
Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey, hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got our foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with Cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.